Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how I do my makeup pretty much on a daily basis. So first of all, I'm going to take my favorite foundation and my damp beauty blender and I'm going to be patting it into my face. You want to make sure that you're pushing the product into your face. I'm rubbing it a little bit on my neck just so that the product blends properly, but for the most part you want to push it into your face. Really get the product sunk into your skin. You want to make sure your beauty blender is damp and it's about 2 times the size that it was when you started. This is really going to help, again, sink the product right into your skin. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I'm going to put that in a triangle shape under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and right under my nose as well. Then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender again and just blend everything out. Next, I'm going to take my absolute favorite translucent powder by Laura Mercier in my beauty blender, once again, damp, dip it in, and bake my face. I'm only applying the powder in the spots where I just applied my concealer. So I usually let my powder sit for about 5 minutes, and while it's baking, I do my brows. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow and outline my brows to the shape that I want them to be. So just start by drawing a line underneath. It's okay if it gets a little messy. We can always clean it up later. And I'm going to do the same thing on the top. Just outline it to whatever shape I want it to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, we can clean it up later. So now that I'm getting to the front of my brow, I'm kind of feathering the product in and just doing little stroke-like motions. And I'm not picking up any excess product because you really want the inner part of your brow to be lighter than the outer. The darkest part is going to be at the tip. Next, I'm taking my soft ochre paint pot and outlining my brow again with concealer just to make sure it looks perfect and there aren't any little wispies hanging out, anything like that. Once my brows are filled in, I'm just going to take my spoolie and brush them out a little bit. So now that I've given the powder some time to set in, I'm going to wipe it away. So now I'm going to take my bronzer brush and MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm going to warm up my face a little bit. This is not contouring, and I cannot stress that enough. I am putting the bronzer where I will be contouring after, but I am right now not contouring. I'm just kind of putting the product all over my face to warm it up. Now it's time to contour. I am taking my favorite palette ever by Benefit called the Cheekathon palette, and I am going to start by making a line right underneath where my cheekbone is. After that, I'm going to move on to the sides of my forehead, just putting a little bit up there because we've already bronzed that. And then I'm going to take it and put it on the other cheekbone. Now I'm going to blend. Blend, honey. Blend until your freaking arm falls off. Blending is so important because you don't want to look like you have lines on your face. That has been me. Believe me, it's not fun. People laugh at you, and we don't want that. Now you're probably like, why the hell did I just spend all that time making a nice line when we just blended it? Here's why. So now I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder again in my damp beauty blender and making a line just right underneath that contour line to make a crisp, sharp edge. Just dusting it off. You don't need to let it sit for that long. You're good. Now for my absolutely favorite part, I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in Princess Cut and highlight the top of my cheekbones. Anywhere that the light would naturally hit your face is where you want to highlight. Next, I'm taking my Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze, and I'm going to apply it on my cheekbones as my blush. my face is done, we're moving on to eyes. I'm going to be taking my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, taking the shade Raw Sienna, and I'm going to apply that in the crease with my Morphe E17 brush. I'm just going to take the product and go back and forth in like windshield wiper motions, making sure everything gets applied, and then we'll blend. After I applied the color to my other eye, I took my same brush and went back and forth in windshield wiper motions again, just to make sure that everything was blended properly. After that's all blended out, I'm going to take the shade Primavera on a different brush. I'm not sure the name of it, I will link it down below, and I'm going to pat that color onto my lid. Right on top of the brown color, it's okay, we will blend everything out later. I probably spend more time blending out my eyeshadow than I do my contour, and that is saying a lot. And for the final color, I'm going to take my Antique Bronze shade with my Morphe E36 brush, and I'm just applying that in the outer corner of my lid. Once that's applied, I'm going to take my E17 brush and blend everything out again. I'm kind of making circular motions now instead of those windshield wiper motions to blend both of the colors together. I'm taking Antique Bronze again and applying it on my lower lash line. Finally, I'm taking my favorite mascara, Better Than Sex by Too Faced, but my camera cut off and didn't record. So that completes my final look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something, and I will certainly be back to do more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!